How's it going, bro? So I went from around about 110 kilograms to I'm currently 80 kilograms. So it's only a 30 kilogram loss, but I'm gonna find this picture and put on my thumbnail. Around about that time, I would have been not 110, it wasn't at my peak, but I would have probably been about 100 kilograms back then, maybe even 105. So I want to walk you through sort of my story on the matter, but also add some funny moments into it. You can see the smoke on my face. Anyway, so I'm going to start this at grade 6. Grade 6 would have been, I would have been 12 at that time. And yes, when I was 12, and that's the exact photo I'm going to use here, I would have been around about 100, 105 kilograms. We went on this camp at school. We used to like do trips away, so we went on this camp together, the whole our whole grade, or our whole class, for people who don't use like the grade system, went on this camp together, and we had to now do zip lining. And the weight limits, they didn't have any scale or anything with us for us to weigh ourselves, but the weight limit was 80 kilograms. And I knew 100% that I was over 80 kilograms. I didn't know what my weight was. I came home after that camp to check, but I knew I was over 80 kilograms. So now they walk around asking everyone, are you under 80 kilos? Are you under 80 kilos? And everyone's saying yes. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to stay out of the fun. I'm going to say yes as well. What's the worst that could happen? And frankly, nothing bad really happened, but I went on the zip line and it was like over this water, and I got stuck in the water. So they had to like take this rope and pull me out. Honestly, in hindsight, it made for a good memory, at least in my opinion. It is a funny story to tell as I'm here. But yes, that was just one small memory I remember. Unfortunately for me, none of it left any sort of bad impressions on me. If anything, all of it's good to see. On one hand, where I am now, but for me, that's this point in time, it has become a more superficial goal in my mind. But rather to see that I was like that, or everything was fine. I do encourage you to make progress if this is something you are interested in, though. So let me walk you through my journey. So yes, in grade 6, I was 105 kilos, round about there. Grade 7, I know that's when it peaked at about 110 kilos. Frankly, I didn't care about my weight. It wasn't a lack of trying or anything like that. I frankly just didn't care. Then, so grade 7's when I was 13, by the way. Now 14, 15, 16, much of the same. 16, end of that year though, that's when it started to change. So I remember I actually had an exam that morning, and my diet was hopeless. I'm not going to lie to you. I had a bad diet. So I had an exam, 8 o'clock exam in the morning, and I had the stereotypical bad breakfast. Legit, the night before we had a Big Mac from McDonald's, so I asked my family they can buy me a second Big Mac so I can have breakfast the next morning, and a Coke. It was like half a liter of Coke. And I'm chowing this down at about 5, 6 in the morning, really early in the morning. And for me, that was normal back then. It was like, you eat whatever. And everything was fine, to be honest. But then, that particular morning, I then went and wrote an exam, and halfway through the exam, not out of stress or anxiety or anything like that, I was a subject I was actually very good at and enjoyed. But I remember I had heart palpitations, and I could literally hear my heart beating throughout the exam, and it was irregular beats. It was like doo-doo, nothing for 5-10 seconds, then doo-doo. So it was quite a worrisome experience, and I actually didn't really know how to bring it up with my parents. So I didn't. But I knew at the back of my mind, it was almost like a sixth sense, and honestly, probably common knowledge, common sense, that the Coke in particular was what was causing the problems, in the sense that the Big Mac in fairness was an extreme breakfast. I normally had some sort of cereal, but that particular morning, I had the Big Mac and the Coke. The Coke, though, I used to drink almost about 2 liters a day, and without me stating the obvious, that isn't great. So I cut back on the Coke immediately, and here I am today. I literally don't drink Coke anymore. So for a lot of people who drink all these fizzy drinks or all of that, I think that's your starting point. Cut out the Coke within, I don't even know, bro. Like, I think it only took me about 2 or 3 months. In 2 or 3 months, I lost 15 kilos. Sounds crazy, but I think in my case it was also a bit more extreme because I was drinking 2 liters a day. Nonetheless, had to drink Coke for 2 months. No, sorry, 3 months. And yeah, I lost about 15 kilos, but then I still had like skinny fat, as it's called in like the bodybuilding community now. So this now would be when I was 17. And then I said, okay, let me change my diet altogether. So this is when I got onto calorie tracking. I'm probably not giving you advice here, but maybe this is helpful to someone have a relatable journey. You can relate to me, and maybe it was sinking now that I'm speaking it because you relate to me a bit more. So I downloaded this app called MyFitnessPal. Track my calories every single day for, I think 6 months to a year. It was a long stretch actually. At the end of the stretch though, so this brings me now to 18. Ironically, I was underweight. I was looking extremely skinny, looking unhealthy, I would say. And I weighed around about, I can't recall exactly, I can actually check my fitness bar, but I know it was 60 something, like low 60s, 62, 63 kilos, somewhere around there. And that's when I said, okay, now you need to start eating some more, which the irony with that is I was eating unhealthy foods, which, separate topic, but that's, just take this raw advice without me diving into it. Eat clean. If it fits your macros, fits your calories, eat clean. It's going to be better for you in the long term. So anyway, then I got into my bodybuilding journey. And this only started a year and a bit ago. Yeah, and that would have started, I'm currently 21 by the way, but that would have started when I was 19, almost going on to 20. Oh. Yeah, sounds about right. So, because I had a brain fart there. Anyway, so that's when I started my bodybuilding journey. And since then, I was make it 65 kilos for ease. I've now worked my way up to not 80, but 78. I'm currently on a bulk. And let's see. Yeah, it's working out well. It's coming there, bro. But this is what I'm saying. You need to constantly be making progress. And I mean, by all means, in this period, there's a lot of guys who would have made more progress than me. 100% there's. I mean, think of a guy who went from 400 kilograms to like 80. That's remarkable. And if you're on a weight loss journey now where you're trying to lose weight, stick to it for a while. It's not going to come immediately. In my case, it didn't. Actually, I didn't mention this, but for the first month or so, I almost lost nothing. And then suddenly it just started skyrocketing. I don't know how come, but that's quite a common thing in this sort of space. Or at least when you're trying to lose weight. So I would say keep at it. If after, I would say 3 or 4 months, it isn't working, then yes, try something else. Don't give up on the weight loss goal, but try something else. It is doable, 100% it is. I mean, I understand. If you look at my thumbnail, I don't look the worst, but you can see there's a clear difference between now and then. So yes, whoever's watching this, I really wish you all the best on this journey. Hopefully this gave you sort of relatable video, because okay, I must admit, I haven't watched many of these videos, if any for them matter, but I would imagine it's normally very, I don't know what's the word, but like promotional, and take this supplement and look at me, I lost this weight because I took Herbalex or whatever weird supplement name. But I think, yeah, it's nice every now and then to have like a genuine person, a human being who's not following some sort of script, talking to you and saying, okay, this is my journey, keep at it. Literally just calorie track, but preferably, especially as you get used to counting calories, do it cleanly. Don't have any processed foods, don't have any, I don't know, like overly baked goods. Have clean stuff, like 1 ingredient items. Have a potato, have eggs, have chicken. Don't do some weird stuff. I hope this is of value to you and that you make it on all your fitness goals, not just weight loss, but everything else that goes with it. I'll see you in the next one.